Hello, everybody. Happy February 13th, also known as another High Elf Old World Almanac Day. I'm slightly excited. I'm very excited. I'm also slightly frustrated because we're going to look at the Old World Almanac that was just released today about the High Elves, my beloved High Elves. But this is the second time I'm recording it because I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I had an update and apparently dropped my mic connection, so I had a nice, wonderful video all ready to go. I was uploading it and realized that there was zero sound. So this will be my second read through of this article with all of you. But make sure you like and subscribe because let's be honest here. You're here at Strength Hammer. I mean, we do Warhammer, we do fitness, but we really do high elves for the old world. All right. Everyone else, all those other ones out there, like they're doing great jobs. All the other content creators doing great jobs. But they're not strength hammer when it comes to high elves. We are going to be the best high elf content you could find out there. Um, I'm putting, writing a check that hopefully I can cash. But anyway, let's dive into it. So, I mean, high elves. I'm so excited. I can't wait. We're going to see here, some of those leaks we talked about in the podcast a little while ago seem to be semi-confirmed. Give us some more insights, some things to be excited about. And I can't wait for the podcast because not only will we do an Arcane Journal review, we'll probably do Arcane Journal with full review, our first full review of an army. And we're just trying to figure out how to best to do that because I just want to read the book to you. But also, I've been playing High Elves for over a year now, along with Neil. I've been playing mostly exclusively. I've had a Lizardman recently, a little Bretonia here and there, and occasionally a dwarf, but mostly High Elves. So yeah, we'll see how we break that down. But I digress. Today, Old World Almanac. What's in the Arcane Journal High Elf Realms? Well, let's dive in. All right, Tuesday we found out what most High Elves are up to during the time of Warhammer the Old World, mostly maintaining coastal cities to ensure their trade and diplomacy links are preserved to the mainland. We're back with a second review with the team to find out how they achieve their aims on the tabletop. And I want to pause here real quick because, my goodness, it is good to see a High Elf army on the field like this. Got the new Illyrian Reaver models. Man, we have this classic piece of terrain back here. I'm hoping they re-release that at some point. Really hoping. It's just super cool. And I know this boat was a custom-made thing for, actually, well, I wonder if is that the same one that was in the old 8th edition book? Probably. I'm a little curious, that guy back there. Hold on here. Let's enhance. No, okay, it's just a prince. I was like, is that the new guy? That the new Stormweaver, which we'll get to in a second. But anyway, back at it. Great to see this good-looking army. Love it. All right, Danny. This book is a declaration of intent. It draws the focus of the old world, even for a faction that is more interested in other parts of the world than most. For JTY now, we do establish the big picture. What happened when the world was young and the once warm relationship between elves and dwarves. It was a friendship between Kaldor Dragontamer and Grimnir that brought them together. Kaldor created the Vortex while Grimnir became Grimnir. Then we learn about Anarion and the treachery and the fallout between the two races. Then we refocus onto the current time period elven colonies which sit off the coast of the old world from where the High Elves retreated after the disagreement with the dwarves. Not a war that we lost, we just disagreed. And I like that. I like that they're going big picture to small picture with the High Elves, because the High Elves are very important to the setting, even though we're in the old world, like they're separate. Because elves make the world go around. That's just that how it works with the fantasy settings typically. Plus, if there's a lot of newer hobbyists coming in, because High Elves were very popular. I had a bunch in my area. They're iconic looking. They're fun. They're exciting. Rules are always good. But if you're a new person coming in, you might not have all that background knowledge. Like, you don't have that 30 plus years of high elf fantasy lore and novels in your head like me and others do. So it's nice that you'll be able to see how important they are and maybe get those hooks where you can go back and look a little more deeper for yourself while then focusing on the new and the now to help establish your own story of how you want to run your army of high elves in Warhammer the Old World. Right, as usual, we'll focus on a single storyline, which ties the two armies of infamy and two named characters together. Longtime fans of Old World will be familiar with Corhill. He's a beast. I love him. It's nice to see him getting the limelight from that little sub-hero to, boom, major hero right now. He remains an absolute bad ass. I'm just going to highlight that. He's a badass leader of the White Lines. Ishaya Vess is a new character, commander of the Sea Guard of the Silent Isle, important character for the region while she oversees military matters. Love it. And by the way, now we have the best, cleanest image we have of the Arcane Journal cover art, finally. And this is my phone background. Like the other one had like all the LVO stuff, so this beautiful griffin from the Isle of Blood obviously was cut out. They made the one on the Instagram, which is nice, but had the logo right here, and I don't want a logo on my wallpaper. Sorry, guys. But this is great. You got the Sea Guard down here. You got Sea Helm back here, a Mage, Shadow Warrior, Ishaya Vess. Some more troops back here. I can't tell. There might be more Sea Guard. Sky Cutters. That looks like a Phoenix back there. Just all the high elves, and I like the golden sepia look to this too. Like I'm used to the shining white high elves, but like this, it's fun. It's nice. It's antiqued. It looks good. Still looks great. All right, Vess is more of a commander than a warrior. She makes the troops around her good, but she still does have the profile of an elven lord, and she knows how to fight. I hope she gets always strikes first, so we can get that initiative 10. Hopefully a dice weapon skill and things like that. Plenty of attacks. Because, as here, she's only toughness 3, so when you wall up her, she knows it. And being, a commander, like, I hope she has high weapon skill for her defense because, can't put magic items on her. I'm hoping she has a decent armor save, or at least a ward save or something, because, if she comes in at a 3+ armor, that's just it, She might get squished, but, yeah. But I still think she's going to be worth it with what she can hopefully do with the Sea Guard from what we've seen on the leaks. Primary attribute, her ability to command those around her. She's kicking off high leadership to all the troops in a wider radius, up to 15 inches if she's your general, which if you're running the Sea Guard garrison, you'll make her the general. Once again, that was in the leaks, so that seems to be confirmed here. She buffs level up in Sea Guard even further, and there's some quite tasty combos in the Sea Guard garrison. This army infamy is a high elf military force looks like away from Ulthuan, a garrison of naval soldiers left to their own devices. They rely on shooting power to break the back of enemy forces as they advance, mopping up the remnants in close combat. I can't wait. Beautiful Sea Guard. Anyway, so took the opportunity to show people what the landing forces of Sea Guard looks like. With that in mind, we've expanded your options with extra units in the Arcane Journal, as they do. Ship's company don't normally come off the ship to participate in land combat, but they will when they have to. Effectively militia that can be represented by regular spearmen and bowmen, but you might use head swaps, spearmen helmets of some archers, for instance. Feather 2. I love that they encourage this kit bashing so much. It's so fun. Spearmen helmets on the archers, for instance, a Feather 2. These are close as you can get to rough and ready elves who have to get their hands dirty. Like they're mostly taking care of the ship. And yeah, like look at any pirate movie. Doesn't matter how how prim and proper you're perceived. Like it's your ship's gonna be hard work. As Danny says here, their shirt might not be ironed before battle, for instance. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough life. It's a rough life. This is a quite restricted list themed around a garrison, and I love that because it just opens you up for more narrative fun. The troops are more disciplined. Special rules help them to no end, with lots of attacks and buffs to shooting. Theme is the main reason why we write these armies infamy, with each encouraging its players to adapt to more limited lists by maximizing on the army's unique tricks. And I love that. Like, this is like perfect intent. We're not writing arcane journals so you can go out and crush face. We're writing them so you can have a fun thematic list and have cool things to do in it. Like that's, when I wrote my list for my original High Elf army for Old World, before I added it all back together with my Fantasy 8th Edition High Elf army, and now it's one big cohesive force. I was thinking, like, what would this army look like? Sea Guard for sure. I put in white lines because I was like, okay, that would make sense for them to be there to protect my noble, Terathi. I have a mage, so I'll bring some sword masters. They weren't the best choice, but I'm not gonna have a phoenix. They didn't have any phoenix guard. Why would they be here? Didn't make sense to me. Yeah, sure, I got some dragon princes because they're haughty and they want to go get some glory for themselves. And my only real non-narrative choice, because I always allow myself one, was the Sisters of Avalorn. So you can have fun with limiting yourself. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Anyway, it's more about empowering players to choose a cool army from the lore. Yep, perhaps with the option to step out of their theme with a really powerful unit that wouldn't have a reason to be there. Coastal City won't have easy access to Tearnock chariots, and it's rare that there would be a regiment of Phoenix Guard off the coast of Bretonnia. Yep, 100%. That said, Phoenix Guard are good, and I love playing with them. I brought a few games with them here. In return, you get more signature units, such as the Sea Guard Commander, which we heard about in the leak, who falls somewhere between a prince and a noble in power, and the Stormweaver. Aha, that's confirmed one. A different type of wizard with their own lore, like a lore of Mathland, something like that. That's cool. I can't wait to see what that is. And a special made-to-order miniature. Boom, we got another new miniature coming for this Stormweaver. I bet it's gonna look sick. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm glad it's made to order because, like I said, I'm slightly nervous about getting everything I want this weekend with the characters and the books and everything, but they've been better, so I probably shouldn't worry. But man, you better believe I'm refreshing that button. I'm ready to go. All right, the extra universal special rules and plenty of ambush. Boom, man. I know I chose Illyrian. That's my favorite one, but Trace was like my second. And when I see the red, because I like red armies. When I see the Tracian theme across the High Elf army, it is so good looking. It's hard not to start another unit or another army, but hey, we move on. You can just look at that all day. All right, so the Tracian Warhost is a stark contrast. It's strong and brutal, reliant on ferocity of the Tracian warriors who don't hide behind shield walls. It's the Elven army for orc players. There you go. Let's see. They're the Elven Special Forces, bashy but elite. They're from a great wilderness hunters who live off the land, so they're natural guerrillas and operatives. They make a whole army of white lions, which is fantastic. And we've added a militia option to represent regular units from Trace. You can use spearmen and archers, adding lion pelts and other feral accessories. So that's cool. So you can be fully from that province, that kingdom, I suppose, of the High Elves. You can do some kit bashing. Like these have the old shield upgrades, which I don't know if you can get, but I think there's decals you can put on there for sure. But yeah, like there's like line pelts and stuff you used to be able to find. I bet you could 3D print. You could find something to make those guys look very Tracian with the pelts and everything. The Lion Guard are a yet more elite option. Well, there are also skirmishers and rules for white lions. Fun. Okay, and for every Tyrannok chariot you assemble, you get 2 war lions that can form a unit. So, okay, so that's confirmed. Lions on their own as a unit, which super cool. I'm definitely going to be doing that, picking up an extra Tyrannok chariot, and that way I can have the extra lions to run this unit. Looks like it'd be a unit of 2, which makes sense. Curious what the base size is going to be. I assume standard cavalry, but hey, we'll figure it out when we get there. If you assemble a lion chariot, of course, you get 2 horses, and you have permission to build your own race course. Thank you, GW. I needed that permission. I'm glad I can do it. Every unit book for the 2 Armies of Infamy, though, we've got 3 pages full of magic items. That's a lot. That's going to be fun. Some are available for Grand Armies. Highlights include a 90-point Woodsman's Axe, which should make short work of literally any monster you encounter. Okay, I'm listening. I want to know. I want to know more. I want to know more right now. But 90 points, that's going to be steep. But put it on a prince. Always strikes first. As long as it doesn't give always strikes last, that could be fun. Ooh, maybe. We'll see. I can't wait for this book. All right, thanks, guys. We'll return for the 3rd and final Old World Almanac tomorrow when we take a close look at the miniature range, which I will be here for that. So expect a video on that. There's no current plans for rules for the race course. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out ourselves as a community. That's what we do. We're good like that. But yeah, I'm super jazzed. Like I said, I've been playing High Elves for an entire year, more or less. I know I'm working through my Lizardmen right now, but I can't wait to get back to my beloved High Elves with this new stuff. I want to run both armies of infantry. I want to just have fun, try everything out in the book, do a huge proper review. Yeah, I could talk High Elves forever, just like I could talk Daughters of Cain forever. But for now, guys, let me know in the comments. Are you as excited for the High Elf Arcane Journal as I am? Are you hunting anything specific? Are you getting anything this weekend? Or is the stuff you need maybe not out yet? Because don't forget, they did say that we're going to have this pre-order weekend. There'll be one shortly after that for the 2nd round. And then there'll be likely a 3rd as well with some made-to-order stuff. So maybe that's where that Stormweaver comes in. So we got lots to look forward to as a High Elf player coming out. So, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. We're still, still trying to get to that 1,000 sub mark. We're almost at 700, which is exciting. So thank you all who have joined. And I guess I'll see you all tomorrow when we're going to just like gush over how glorious the High Elf models are. And I'm a fanboy and I'm a shill, so I love them. But yeah, stay tuned here for all your best High Elf content. And until next time, I guess tomorrow, stay Stormcast strong, everybody. And happy hobbying and for Uthwan.